Welcome to Footballfanbox. I'm Andre Brown. This is the show that starts your football week. Let's start it off with highlights from last week's superstars of youth and high school football.
Welcome to Footballfanbox's weekly highlights. We are witnessing the best athletes in the country do what they do best. And again, we would like to thank the participants, schools, fans, and officials for giving us your time, dedication, and heart this week. And we look forward to your full display of skills, endurance, and power for the rest of the season. The questions that come at this point in the season are always the same. What schools are looking good? And what schools are starting their season off frightfully slow? With those good and bad starts, are there any surprises in the mix? Are there teams losing who should be winning? And are there teams winning who should be losing? And after those questions are answered, the second stage of inquiries arrive. What schools are starting out slow, have the horses to turn it around? That's one of the things that make football awesome. You start off slow, get knocked down hard. You gather yourself, get up, analyze what happened, get yourself back in the game, and unleash a will of self-fortitude that puts your opponents on their knees. If you have any football footage you're proud of, please send it in to us at Footballfanbox by way of video at footballfanbox.tv. And please label your footage properly, giving us the name of the schools, the score of the game, and date it took place. Thank you. And as I look at these highlights, I am pleased to say I am a citizen of Las Vegas. Our kids play hard, they use proper sportsmanship, proper dedication, and the coaches make sure they all stay properly hydrated. Run after run, play after play, you see our kids giving their best efforts all on that field. Up and down, the big kids, the little kids, the Pop Warners, the freshmen, the junior high kids. All we ask is that whenever you get a chance, you get the family in the car, load them up, and go out there and support the kids who will be giving us our bright future. Now, we want to thank the teams that are participating in these highlights. We have Bishop Gorman, Green Valley, TMT Elite, and Orem Freshmen, Faith Lutheran, and Chandler. These kids got some moves. Gone. He is gone. You won't see him again until I read a replay. Nice. There is no better sport than football. All kids can play. The big kids, the slow kids, the fast kids. Give us your tough kids. We'll find a spot for them on the field. And Las Vegas is the best place to send your kids to learn how to play the game properly. Nice defense on display. Here we go. Did he? He did catch that. That was beautiful. And as always, show your dedication to your country. Again, some nice defenses and quality skills on display. Beautiful catch. Beautiful catch. Concentration. With somebody bearing down on him. That's very nice, young man. Very nice. like a young Deion Sanders out there. Can he take it back to the house? Can he take it back to the house? He's gone. He is gone. Nice job. Nice job. Here we go. Who's going to make the play? Only the referee knows if he truly made that catch.
Youth football in Las Vegas is second to none. I'm proud of our kids and even more proud of their sportsmanship. Remember, sportsmanship is just as vital as your skill level and athleticism. Let's get into our next segment. Say it if you mean it.
Hi, I'm Sal Ervolino, and I'd like to show appreciation, a show of love out to all the employees and the different departments here at the Westgate for being here for each other and being a total team effort in all the different departments.
My name is Eric, and I'd like to first off say thank you to all our teachers here in Las Vegas. You do an excellent job, and we need more of you.
Hey, my name is Nick. I'm here from Seattle. I just wanted to say Vegas showed me a great time. Always have a good time here in Vegas. You can, I like to say it's like a buffet. It has something for everybody, you know. Good luck to your Raiders. You know, you want to look back and say, hey, we should have played Khalil Mack. You got to believe in the guys you got in that locker room. So good luck, guys.
Everybody in the retail industry does a good job of making sure tourists get things that they want. Everybody from limo drivers, taxis, Uber drivers, keep the community going and flowing.
My name is Eric Austin, and I'd like to say thank you to all the nurses in Las Vegas, Nevada, those who are first responders and those who are just regular nurses who work every day needing service in our community. Thank you very much for your services.
My name's John. This goes out to the LA Rams, taking it home this year. Go Rams.
Hi, I'd like to give a shout out to all the nurses. Thank you for all your compassion. I'm a medical assistant. This doesn't mean it's just RNs, LVNs, MAs, CNAs. Shout out to all of you for being so compassionate and giving children, adults, seniors all the love. Thank you.
Give a shout out to Teamsters 631. This is KC. Also a shout out to my uncle Early Clover. He's a singer here in Las Vegas. And love you, Mom and Dad. They in Cali, and all my peoples out here. All right, Flair.
I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Nubia, my baby girls I love more than anything in the world. My Teamsters, Local 631. What up, what up, what up?
My name's Disa, and I would love to give some love to my dad. He is 70 years old. He's still working a full-time job, owns his own business, does whatever he can to take care of my mom and I, and he doesn't even know how much he means to me. I love him. He's a great dad.
I'm really excited about the Raiders coming to Las Vegas. We usually travel to Oakland, and I know it's farther, but I'm really excited to come to Vegas instead of Oakland. Just today we got 5 autographs. Raiders rule. We love it here. We had so much fun this weekend. Go Raiders!
We would like to thank the Westgate Casino for hosting Footballfanbox this week. We would also like to thank everyone for opening up and sharing your thoughts. The Westgate Casino is hands down the best place to watch football in Las Vegas. Now it's time for high school picks of the week.
Welcome to Footballfanbox's High School Picks of the Week. This week, we are going Del Sol over the Ranch. We're going Excel Christian over Wells. Sports leadership and management is getting that W over Silver Valley. Carson over the Reed. Luth Faithrin taking a loss to Sierra Catholic. North Tahoe losing to Yarrington. Palo Verde getting the win over Bonanza. Basic beating up on Mojave. Laughlin beating up on Calvary Chapel Christian. Elko over Sparks. Lincoln County getting another W against the Meadow School. Foothill getting a win over Canyon Springs. Las Vegas over Durango. We have Shadow Ridge getting a win over Seminole Memorial. Boulder City over Western. Virginia City getting a win over Mineral County. Churchill County over North Valley. Spring Mountain over Indian Springs. Tanapa over Whittle. Sunrise Mountain getting a win over the Valley. DeMonte Ranch, yes, victory over St. Mary's. Beaver Dam, victory over Pahranagat Valley. El Dorado over Chaparral. Desert Pines, yes, you get the victory over Sierra Vista. McQueen over Worcester. De La Salle over Bishop Gorman. Cheyenne over Napa Valley. Virgin Valley, yes, getting a victory over Democracy Prep Agassiz Campus. Douglas over Reno. Footballfanbox is taking Truckee over Lowry. Green Valley over Legacy. Eureka over Round Mountain. Battle Mountain gets the W against West Wendover. Pershing County over White Pine. Fernley over South Tahoe. Spring Creek, yes, getting a victory over Dayton. Carlin getting another victory this week. Centennial beating up on our review. Bishop Montague getting a W. Needles, victory over Lake Mead Academy. Spanish Springs, another victory. Incline over Silver Stage. Pyramid Lake, victory over McDermott. Sierra Lutheran, yes, victory over the Valley. Cass getting a victory over Valley Christian. These are our picks this week. And again, if you have footage you're proud of, please send them to Footballfanbox. And remember, always label properly. Give us the name of the school, the score of the game, and the date of the event. Thank you very much. And Footballfanboxes, as always, like to say, stay healthy to the participants. Always, if you can, get out there and support those kids. They are the future.
We are headed back to the Westgate Casino, where we have the best sports minds in the city breaking down this week's point spreads. Show me the money!
And I like the Green Bay Packers this week, laying 1 against the Vikings. They made a great comeback this week. Another game I like is the Steelers game. They blew a big lead against the Browns and wound up tying. I think the Steelers laying 5.5 is a great bet. And I also like the New England Patriots. Look for Tom Brady to end his career with a great showing this year in 2018. Okay, my final game that I like this week is the New York Giants against the Dallas Cowboys. This one's for my dad who just passed away, big Giant fan. Peyton Manning's little brother Eli is going to have a big game this week. Look for the Giants to upset the Cowboys in this rivalry.
This is Eric Austin, and I'm on the CW. Want to give you 3 excellent plays for this week's NFL football. Games 272, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to bet Kansas City, Pittsburgh over 52. It's probably going to go up to 54 in this game, but if the folks saw Kansas City last week and Pittsburgh playing in the rain, then you know it should be a shootout. These teams have played over the past few years, and it's always been a 35-30 shootout. So play over 52. If it gets up to 54, play it up until 54. After that, buyer beware. Game number 2, we're going to have the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. We're going to bet the Denver Broncos over 45.5 with the Oakland Raiders. The Broncos are going to be a passing team this year. They have 2 great wide receivers. They have a new quarterback. I don't believe that Oakland's defense is going to be very good. Now, this is going on before they played the Los Angeles Rams on the weekend, but I do believe that we're going to find out that the Raiders under Gruden are going to be a passing team as well, and I imagine that total will move up to 47 by game time. So we're going to bet Denver, Oakland over 45.5, excuse me. Now our third game is going to be the Sunday night game between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Right now the current line is Dallas Cowboys -3. We're going to take the New York Giants +3 on the Sunday night game in Dallas. Both teams played on Sunday this week. Dallas got 8 points. The Giants got 15 points. Let's assume that the Giants can score more than 15, and I don't believe Dallas can score more than 20, so we're going to take the +3 and roll with the New York Giants. So those are my 3 selections for this week. I hope to see you folks again in the future and give you 3 more winners. So have a great evening and see you soon.
Got the Chargers on the road versus the Bills, 7.5 point spread. I like the Chargers to win by 8 or more. Here's a good one. That's a tough sell. New Orleans lost me money on that 9.5 point spread against the Buccaneers at home because they never lose at home. But you know what? I'm going to take them at home, 8.5 to cover the 8.5 against the Browns. Last, for me, Redskins at home got a 5.5 point spread. Colts on the road. Listen, welcome back to the league, Andrew Luck. But you're going to need some of that luck. I got the Redskins by 6 or more in that game.
For next week's games in week 2, I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, fresh off a big victory off of the Saints. Fitzpatrick putting up a lot of points. I think him and the offense come through. Also for week 2, I like the Saints, who had a big letdown, but home again, back in the Dome. Got the Cleveland Browns in town, and I think they'll come through. Let's see. Week 2, also, I like the Minnesota Vikings, hot momentum, rival game with the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, doubtful. So I like them to go into Lambeau and set the momentum in the NFC North. So next weekend, week 2, this coming weekend, we got Pittsburgh Steelers, Kansas City Chiefs. We got a rookie backup going into a hostile environment where the Steelers just came off a tie, first tie in a long time. And I like them to come through, and maybe we'll get a Le'Veon Bell appearance.
Hi, my name's John. I got my 3 picks for the week 2. I'm going to start off, obviously we'll go with the LA Rams, -10.5. That'll be easy money. Next we'll move on. I like Denver at home, actually, -5. And for the third pick of the week, I think I'll stay with what I made some money with yesterday. I'll go with, Thursday night with the Eagles.
Dina Neri. I think the Buffalo Bills have the spread over Los Angeles Chargers. And also, I think the New York Jets have it over the Miami Dolphins. And of course, the Raiders will beat the Denver Broncos next week. Thank you.
My pick for next week is Baltimore Ravens over the Cincinnati Bengals. Baltimore's on the road, but they're only -1. Should be an easy win for them. My next pick would be It's a tough game, but I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers over the Buffalo Bills. The Chargers are -7.5. I think they're going to be able to do that. The Bills, I don't think they got everything ready yet. My next pick will be the New Orleans Saints over the Cleveland Browns. New Orleans is -8.5. They're at home. It was a tough loss last week, so I expect them to roll against the Browns. My final pick would be the LA Rams. They haven't even played yet. They're going to play today. I expect them to roll over the Arizona Cardinals next week. They're -10.5. I think they could be -15.5. They're still going to beat the Cardinals come next week. So put your bets in and make some money. And you got my email address if you make some money.
It's Wes. These are my picks for the week. I like the Jets over the Dolphins next week. The Jets are actually getting 1.5 points. They're doing really well tonight. I think they're going to win by like 2 touchdowns over the Lions. So I'm going with the Jets plus 1.5 next week. Also, I like the Cowboys are just favored by 3 points over the Giants. Cowboys didn't look too good last week or this past week, but I think they're going to come out at home and they're going to do pretty well over the Giants. And so I'm going with the Cowboys -3 at home next week. Also, my last pick, I would like to take the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers. I know they had a rough outing against the Browns last week, tied 21-21, but at home against the Chiefs, they're only favored by 5.5. I think they win by at least 5.5, so I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers as my third pick of the week.
My name's Disa, and I am obviously going to take the Rams. They're favored by 10.5, but I know they can do it. And then I'm going to take the Saints. They're favored by 8.5. And my best friend's a Vikings fan, so I'm going to go for them. They're favored by 1.
With the picks I just received, it's only a matter of time before I can quit this job. Now we get into another side of football, fantasy football. It's time for Bill and Shine.
Good morning, Las Vegas, and welcome back to another week of Footballfanbox King of Las Vegas Fantasy Football Contest. Now, last week, guys, I kind of messed the bed there. Lost a major X by 2 points, so I made a few adjustments, all right? And I'm getting a second chance to go against my good friend Sean, Orange A. Peel.
Second chance to go 0-2.
We'll see about that.
Let's check out and see how
Let's
our
do it.
lineups
Let's
look.
do it.
All right. So my star of my lineup right now, I think, without a doubt, is Tyreek Hill. He's so fast, no one can even keep up with him.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, he's amazing, for being, 5'1" or whatever he is. I mean, he's a speedster, great hands. He's amazing. I'll give that to you.
You put the ball there where he can catch it, no one can keep up.
Yeah. But, hey, I got Alvin Kamara going against Cleveland. Come on. Cleveland, like I said, will you win a game? Come on. All right. But, yeah, I got to go with that. Running backs, I got to give it to me.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, I have some good wide receivers, but I'm really liking yours this week. But you know what's going to put me over the top?
What's that?
Quarterback. That's right. I got Phillip Rivers. I took out Deshaun Watson. That's one of my major changes. Going against Buffalo and Goff going against Arizona. He should have a good game, but I think Rivers just lights it up.
Rivers is one of those guys that people always seem to overlook, and I don't know why. I agree with you. I think I would have probably made that change too. I think Goff is kind of sneaky in his own right, but Rivers there every single year. He's like a top 10, top 12 at the worst. By the time the season's over, and
you know what's great
Mr.
about
Consistent.
him? Never gets hurt. When was the last time he missed a game?
I don't know.
He keeps putting up good numbers and is consistently in the lineup. So I love Phillip Rivers. So I'm giving the edge to Philly.
I, of course, am giving the edge to Orange Appeal. Come on now.
We'll see.
But
Okay.
it should be a close one.
We're going to put something on this a little bit later.
We'll talk about
Okay.
that.
All right. Let's get into something else. Get into another matchup here.
We got Deuce 2 versus Ramel for our second matchup.
All right. Deuce 2. All right. You got some good players there, but you got Brady going against Jacksonville. Okay, that's going to be a real tough matchup for you. Nick Foles going against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay looked really good, but they did give up a lot of points. And I think Phillies are going to roll on them this week.
Yeah, I think that Foles-Brady matchup, or head-to-head, would be a lot closer than most people would probably give it credit for. Brady does really struggle when he gets pressured, and I think Jacksonville can definitely bring that pressure. So I think that's pretty close.
You can count on bringing that pressure.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And Ramel, you got Gurley, so you're automatically, I'm giving you the edge there on running backs anytime you got Gurley or Kamara or any of those guys.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Deuce, however, has, and this is kind of interesting, Deuce has Sanders, Emmanuel Sanders, and he, from my viewpoint, seems like he's overtaken Demaryius Thomas as the lead guy there or the go-to guy, for Denver.
Yeah, I agree too. In a couple of my other leagues, I have him, and he's definitely going to be the top guy going there. Tight ends, though. Hey, Ramel. All right, it's early yet. You still have time to make a change, but Walker's out for the season. So let's get on that. Don't let that slip. Don't give away free points.
Let's make the assumption that he's getting ready to change that anytime.
Yeah, okay. With that assumption going, I'm giving the edge to Ramel.
All right. I agree. Ramel it is, and that's how we got the second matchup.
All right, that's how we see it.
And you do what you want.
All right, back to you, Andre.
We'd like to thank you again for watching Football Fanbox. Be sure to check out our webpage and YouTube site. Send in your football celebration videos so we can air them. Send to video@footballfanbox.tv. We will see you next week. And remember, be safe.